Welcome. If you've been trying to lose weight but still feel hungry, tired, or stuck, you're not alone. And here's something that might surprise you. What you eat first in the day can either flip your metabolism into fat-burning mode or quietly keep you in fat-storing mode. Even foods that seem healthy like fruit, toast, or cereal can send your hormones in the wrong direction. Why it all comes down to one word: protein. When your first meal is low in protein and high in carbs, your insulin, the hormone that stores fat, spikes. This not only increases fat storage, but also sets you up for more cravings and energy crashes later. But when your first meal is protein-rich, everything changes. One study showed that increasing protein from 15% to 30% of total intake helped people naturally eat 441 fewer calories per day without counting, cutting, or trying. Over 12 weeks, they lost nearly 11 pounds of pure body fat. Protein helps lower ghrelin, your hunger hormone. It also stabilizes insulin, helping your body shift from storing fat to burning it. So what's the sweet spot aim for? 20-30 grams of protein for most women, 30-40 grams for most men. And don't worry, you don't need to eat a full sit-down meal to get there. One easy option: protein coffee. Just blend black coffee with collagen protein powder, a bit of butter or coconut oil, and you've got a rich, creamy latte that keeps you full and fuels fat burning. Not into coffee? Mix collagen with cocoa powder and water for a simple chocolate shake. Add a splash of plant-based milk if you like, or toss in nut butter, chia seeds, or frozen berries to turn it into a full smoothie. Prefer whole food eggs are a great choice. 2 to 4 eggs give a solid protein boost. Add some avocado for healthy fats and a side of greens or beans for fiber. You can also include turkey sausage or clean bacon depending on your preferences. Here's the key: avoid light breakfasts like fruit, only plates, fruit juice, toast, or pastries. These spike insulin and leave you hungrier later, even if they sound healthy. Takeaway: starting your day with protein isn't just about fullness, it sets your metabolism up for fat burning, and that single shift could make all the difference. And speaking of what fuels your metabolism, let's talk about a food group that gets a lot of mixed advice: carbohydrates. Carbs have been blamed for everything from belly fat to energy crashes, and yet your body actually needs them. The key isn't cutting carbs entirely. It's knowing when and how to eat them so they fuel your body, not your fat cells. Here's the science: when you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose sugar, which raises insulin. Insulin helps shuttle that glucose into cells for energy. But if insulin stays high, especially after meals, it shifts your body into fat-storing mode. And here's the catch: after a certain age, or with less activity, your body becomes less sensitive to insulin. That means even healthy carbs can lead to fat gain if you're not strategic. So what's the strategy? Carb cycling. Instead of eating the same amount of carbs every day, you alternate between lower carb days to reset hormones and boost fat burning, higher carb days to support exercise, muscle repair, and energy. On low carb days, focus on non-starchy vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats. Think leafy greens, roasted veggies, grilled chicken, and olive oil. On active days, when you've walked more, lifted weights, or worked up a sweat, bring in more carbs, but make them smart carbs. Some of the best: lentils and beans, full of fiber and protein. Sweet potatoes or squash, slow digesting and satisfying. Quinoa, wild rice, or sprouted grains, nutrient-rich and blood sugar friendly. And here's an easy rule: if it doesn't come with fiber, skip it. That means avoiding white bread, sugary snacks, juice, and refined cereals. These spike blood sugar fast and trigger fat storage. One study found that adding fiber to a carb-heavy meal significantly reduced the insulin spike and improved fat burning. Fiber slows digestion, feeds gut bacteria, and gives your body more time to use the glucose instead of storing it. Another trick: pair carbs with protein and fat. This helps blunt the sugar response and keeps you full longer. For example, lentils with grilled salmon, or sweet potato with eggs and greens. What about cravings? When your body gets high-quality carbs regularly, not constantly, but intentionally, cravings actually go down. You stay satisfied, energized, and hormonally balanced. This is not about deprivation, it's about rotation, giving your body the right fuel at the right time. Takeaway: you don't have to quit carbs, you just need to use them wisely. Eat fewer on rest days, enjoy more on active days, and always choose fiber-rich, whole sources. Now that your meals are working for you, let's talk about movement. But don't worry, this isn't about spending hours in the gym or punishing yourself with high-intensity routines. In fact, some of the most effective fat-burning strategies don't require exercise at all. Here's the truth. Your body is designed to move often and in small ways. Even light movement throughout the day can make a huge difference in how your metabolism functions. Scientists call this neat non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's the energy your body uses for things like walking, standing, cleaning, stretching, or even fidgeting. One study found that people who fidgeted throughout the day burned up to 300 more calories without setting foot on a treadmill. That adds up fast. But the biggest fat-burning win: walking, especially after meals. Just 10 to 15 minutes of walking after eating can lower blood sugar by 20% or more. That means lower insulin levels, fewer cravings, and less fat stored. In fact, post-meal walks can be more effective for managing blood sugar than medication for some people. Why does it work so well? Because it helps your muscles soak up glucose for energy instead of letting it sit in your bloodstream and trigger fat storage. And if you're thinking, but I'm busy, here are a few easy ways to move more without changing your whole routine. Take a short walk after each meal, even just around the block. Pace while you're on phone calls or voice messages. Stretch or march in place during commercial breaks or YouTube ads. Do a lap around your home every hour, set a reminder. Do calf raises while brushing your teeth. Walk up and down stairs instead of sitting while waiting for coffee to brew. These may seem small, but they wake up your muscles, improve circulation, reduce stress hormones, and support fat metabolism. And speaking of stress, movement also helps lower cortisol, the hormone linked to belly fat. When you move, you breathe more deeply, your mood improves, and your body relaxes. That's the opposite of fat storage mode. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving. Takeaway: you don't have to exercise, just move. Small movements throughout the day, especially after meals, can flip the switch on fat burning and help your metabolism do what it's meant to do. You already know that moving more helps with fat loss, but here's something even more powerful: building muscle. Muscle is not just for athletes. It's your body's fat-burning engine. The more lean muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even at rest. Unfortunately, as we age, we naturally lose muscle unless we actively build it back. This process is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the main reasons weight loss feels harder over time. But here's the good news: you don't need a gym membership or heavy weights to rebuild strength. You just need smart, simple movements done consistently. What works best? A short strength circuit you can do right at home. Choose 3 bodyweight exercises like squats, wall push-ups, or step-ups. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Do each move for 30 to 50 seconds, rest briefly, and repeat. That's it. No fancy gear, no long routines, just your body, your breath, and a little intention. And if you're just starting out, no problem. Use a wall or chair for support. Modify the movements, go at your own pace. What matters most is that you challenge your muscles in a safe way. Why does this work so well? Because when you use your muscles, your body releases growth hormone, a powerful fat-burning muscle protecting hormone that declines with age. One study showed that even short bursts of strength training can increase growth hormone by over 150%. This kind of training also creates an afterburn effect, meaning your body continues to burn fat for hours after you finish. That's the magic of muscle activation. And don't worry if 10 minutes is all you can do. Research shows that just 78 minutes a week of strength training, that's under 12 minutes a day, can deliver the same fat loss as doing 210 minutes of traditional cardio. Plus, muscle helps protect your joints, improve balance, and keep your metabolism flexible, all essential as we get older or recover from the previous weight gain. So don't be afraid to get strong. Strength isn't about how much you lift, it's about how well your body functions. Takeaway: a few minutes of strength training a few times a week can help rebuild your metabolism, support fat burning, and protect your body from age-related muscle loss. Most diets focus on cutting calories or carbs. But what if the real secret to fat loss is not what you remove, but what you combine? Here's a simple but powerful rule. At every meal, aim to include protein, healthy fat, and fiber. Why? Because this trio works like a team. Together, they keep blood sugar stable, reduce hunger and cravings, support metabolism and muscle, help your body burn fat instead of storing it. Let's break it down. Protein helps repair muscle, slows digestion, and keeps you full. It also tells your brain, we've eaten enough, so you naturally stop eating sooner. Without enough protein, your body may break down muscle, not fat, which slows your metabolism over time. Best sources: eggs, chicken, fish, Greek yogurt, collagen powder, beans, lentils, and clean plant-based proteins. The key is quality, real food with minimal processing. Healthy fats do more than add flavor. They balance hormones and extend satiety. Unlike carbs, fats don't spike insulin, which means your body stays in fat-burning mode. Great options include avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds, coconut oil, grass-fed butter or ghee, and fatty fish like salmon. And finally, fiber, the most overlooked nutrient in modern diets. Fiber slows down how fast sugar hits your bloodstream. It feeds healthy gut bacteria. It helps detox your system. And yes, it even helps you live longer. One large study found that people who ate the most fiber had a 15% lower risk of early death. Best fiber choices: leafy greens, broccoli, berries, flax seeds, chia seeds, lentils, and beans. These are nutrient-dense, filling, and gentle on digestion. Want an easy example of a triple fuel meal? Grilled salmon, protein plus fat. Roasted Brussels sprouts, fiber. A few slices of avocado, fat plus fiber. Or a smoothie with collagen, protein, almond butter, berries, and flaxseed. Even one-pot meals like lentil stew or chicken and veggie stir-fry can be triple fuel if built with intention. One more tip: the order you eat matters too. Studies show that eating protein and fiber before carbs can lower insulin by up to 50%. So lead with veggies and protein before you dig into starches or sweets. Takeaway: build every meal with protein, fat, and fiber. This simple rule helps your body stay full, balanced, and ready to burn fat without counting calories or feeling deprived. You've learned what to eat. Now let's talk about when you eat, because your meal timing could be the missing piece. Here's the truth. Most people eat from the moment they wake up until right before bed. A bite here, a snack there, a late night treat, it all adds up. But every time you eat, your insulin goes up. And when insulin is high, your body can't burn fat, it stores it. That's why constant grazing, even on healthy snacks, can quietly sabotage your fat loss goals. Your body never gets a real break to switch into fat-burning mode. So what's the fix? It is not extreme fasting or skipping meals. It's simply giving your body space between meals to digest, reset, and burn. Here's how. Eat 3 solid meals a day, no snacks in between. Space meals about 4-6 hours apart. Stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Let your body go 12-14 hours overnight without food. This includes sleep time. This creates a gentle rhythm known as rotational eating, where your body learns to shift between using food for fuel and using stored fat. And the results: in one study, people who ate all their meals within a 10-hour window, like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., lost over 7 pounds in 12 weeks without changing what they ate. They also lost inches off their waist and improved their blood sugar. Another study showed that pushing your first meal slightly later or finishing dinner earlier increases growth hormone by up to 100–200%. That's the same fat-burning, muscle-protecting hormone we talked about in strength training. And here's something most people miss. Late-night eating has a bigger impact than you think. One study found that eating the same exact meal at 10 p.m. versus 6 p.m. led to more fat stored overnight just from the timing. So how do you make this work in real life? Eat breakfast around 8 or 9 a.m. Have lunch around 1 or 2 p.m. Enjoy dinner by 6 or 7 p.m. Then stop eating for the night. If you get hungry in between, drink water, herbal tea, or black coffee. Sometimes thirst looks like hunger. And if you still want something, try protein coffee or a small sip of bone broth. Both keep insulin low while offering nourishment. Takeaway: fat loss isn't just about what you eat, it's also about when. By creating space between meals and stopping before bed, you allow your metabolism to reset, your hormones to balance, and your body to finally start burning fat again. You can eat better, you can move more, you can time your meals perfectly. But if your liver is overwhelmed, fat loss can stall. Most people don't think about their liver when it comes to weight, but this organ plays a massive role in how well or how poorly your body burns fat. Think of your liver as the body's detox center and fat manager. It processes nutrients, filters toxins, and helps break down fat for energy. But if your liver is overloaded with junk, it can't do its job efficiently. And here's where it gets tricky. You don't have to drink alcohol to have a sluggish liver. In fact, the biggest stressors on liver function today are processed foods, industrial seed oils like soybean corn or canola oil, artificial sweeteners, medications, excess sugar, especially fructose from sodas, juice, or desserts. Over time, these can lead to a condition called fatty liver, where fat starts to build up inside the liver itself. This slows your metabolism, increases inflammation, and makes it harder to lose fat, especially around the belly. So what can you do? Start by removing the pressure. Cut back on processed foods, sugary drinks, fried snacks, and anything with hidden sweeteners. Check labels for high fructose corn syrup or hydrogenated oils. Then support your liver with foods that help it do its job. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Berries low in sugar, high in antioxidants. Olive oil and avocado rich in anti-inflammatory fats. Lemon water, a gentle way to support hydration and detox pathways. You can also add liver-friendly herbs like milk thistle or dandelion root. Check with your doctor if you take medication. And don't forget fiber, it helps the liver flush out toxins through digestion. Even moderate movement helps your liver by improving circulation and reducing internal fat around the organs. One more tip, avoid late-night eating. Your liver does much of its cleanup work while you sleep. Eating close to bedtime forces it to digest instead of detox, and that delays fat burning. Takeaway, your liver plays a silent but powerful role in your fat loss journey. By eating cleaner, removing hidden toxins, and supporting detox naturally, you unlock one of the most important fat-burning switches in your body. You've just learned 7 habits that can reset your metabolism, reduce stubborn fat, and bring your energy back. No extremes, no guesswork. These aren't gimmicks. They're real strategies backed by science, and they work because they respect how your body actually functions. So if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just unsure where to start here. Pick one habit, practice it for a few days, then add another. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to stay consistent. Because when you give your body the right fuel, the right rhythm, and the right kind of movement, fat loss becomes a natural side effect, not a daily battle. If today's video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more simple health strategies that make sense. And if you want to go one step further, make sure to check out our next video, 7 foods that quietly damage your liver and block fat loss. It's a deep dive into everyday ingredients that could be holding you back and what to use instead. Click the link to watch now, and I'll see you there.